What's up, weirdos? New ShoeOnHead video titled MAGA was right, we were crazy. Are the Democrats okay? No, they are not. But we're gonna take a look at what Shoe has to say about it, so take it away, Shoe.
So my last video was about woke one, a new phrase coined by leftists and Democrats online that is being used to distance themselves from the terrible PR disaster that was the last few years for the left in America. Nancy Pelosi kneeling in full African garb to honor George Floyd? Why, that was just woke one.
That was just total cringe. It cringed me right out of my skin. I don't know how they thought that that would look good to anyone. Like, who plans their PR? That was just so unbelievably boomerish. But I guess that's what I should expect from politicians that are largely over the age of 80.
And how, in my opinion, that was not woke one, and how woke one actually started in like 2012, 2014 with Gamergate, Me Too, Tumblr era feminism.
It actually started before Gamergate, but Gamergate is one of the big initial kind of battlefields, right? That's when they first started trying to, or became really evident how much they were pushing into the gaming space and trying to come into the gaming space, demand to be included in the gaming space, and then demand that the gaming space change to fit them so that those that enjoyed the gaming space how it was just don't have a place to enjoy it anymore. That's why they got so much pushback. Gaming is inherently pretty anti-woke. When you're gaming online, you're not judging people based on don't get me wrong, slurs are flying everywhere in some competitive games, but you're not really judging people based on their ethnicity or their gender. You're judging whether they can get the kill shot. They're judging whether they can score the goal, whether they can complete the objective. And when people suck, and you're gonna get made fun of no matter who you are if you suck. So it's really very meritocratic, very anti-woke.
All pre-Trump era wokeness, before it was even called woke. And I talked about how I don't want them to rewrite history and pretend this all started in like 2020. After uploading that video on Woke One,
it's been around for a while.
That I would never have to hear the insufferable, delusional term Woke One ever again. I thought I could finally move on with my life. Yeah, I thought.
That was pretty naive of you.
Controversial statements I'm sure you've seen. I mean, she's the Thanksgiving dust up, abolished prisons, abolished police.
Francesca Hong has made clear her present stances to her electorate.
Yeah, she's moved away from a lot of that.
Right, she's moved away from it. Of course, rhetoric in that time is not rhetoric that we would use today. I have a local city councilman that has this saying, woke
God,
one
I hope
was crazy.
she runs for president in 2028. I say that jokingly. She would be a terrible president. I don't actually want her. I think she would very easily lose. Ideally, I want an actual good, like, intelligent, capable candidate that's presenting good ideas on both sides. I wish it was difficult for me to choose because both sides were presenting such great candidates. But that's not what we're getting. I'm not seeing it.
Now, as an ex-AOC
The left really doesn't have
fangirl,
anyone right now.
I feel like I am well within my rights to say, not so fast, bitch. I watched these people go from anti-establishment, fighting the man, become the most preachy, buck-broken, neutered HR department Karens in real time. I remember when she broke away from the Bernie Sanders campaign after he dared go on Joe Rogan. I watched this all happen, and I held on. I held on for a long time. Many would say too long, in fact. But this clip of AOC talking about woke one really solidified how I've been feeling for the past few years. In this video, I will be responding to AOC trying to walk back woke one in what I can only assume is a desperate attempt to distance herself from the more crazy people in her movement before a future presidential run. Now, while politicians are out here trying to dodge accountability for things that they've said,
it's the same reason that she's freezing her eggs, because she's planning on running for president. She doesn't want to be pregnant while running for president, so she's wanting to wait until, presumably, I don't know, she's like in her late 30s, like almost 40, I think. So presumably her plan is freeze her eggs, run for president, spend 4 to 8 years in the White House, get out of the White House when she's 44, 46, something like that, and then get pregnant and have kids. See, that's a really late pregnancy. Anything after 35 is considered a geriatric pregnancy, which my wife really doesn't like, because she doesn't like that anything at the age of 35 is called geriatric, because you're not a geriatric at that point. But anyways, it's huge risks involved once you're past the age of 35 with pregnancy. Wait until 45, 46? That is absurd. Anyways, she's really hoping. I don't think she's gonna make it.
Said and done. The rest of us are out here figuring out how the we're gonna afford anything. People are getting squeezed from every direction. Rent costs too much, groceries cost too much, everything costs too much. At this point, I'm scared to open my wallet because I know it's gonna be empty. Actually,
groceries, man, groceries they do cost so much. My wife and I, we have chickens, so we get eggs coming in. I'd say that they're free, but we buy chicken feed for them, and the chicken feed actually is not cheap. And I think we probably end up spending more on the chicken feed than we would by just buying eggs. But they're farm fresh, they're better quality. But what my wife and I, we aim to spend about $150 a week on groceries, and we have to really, really shave off any sort of excess in order to do that. And then even then, some weeks we need stuff, like stuff runs out and we need to buy more, so it ends up costing more. But groceries are crazy. Grocery cost is crazy. It doesn't help living in Alaska, I know. There's an increased cost in Alaska because so much stuff has to be imported up here. The shipping adds to the cost, but still, groceries be crazy.
Actually, that's not true. It's full of shit. Just random gift cards from 2011 that I've never used. I don't even know what half this stuff is. But thankfully, I have a product that can help with just that. So before we get into today's video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Ridge. Ridge is known for creating premium minimalist wallets that can hold up to 12 cards and conveniently store your cash.
Ridge
They're
wallet.
made with RFID blocking technology, which
while she goes through that, I'm going to rant about gift cards.
They come in so many different designs.
Whoever came up with the idea of gift cards was, one, an absolute genius, and two, an absolute scam artist. What do you mean you've convinced people that instead of giving people money, like just directly giving people money, it's a better gift to give them money that can only be used in a specific location? Yeah, don't give them $10 where they can go and spend the $10 on anything. Reduce the utility of that and make it so that that's $10 that can only be spent at Starbucks. Whoa, that's so much better of a gift. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Just give cash. Normalize giving money as a gift, please. We don't need gift cards anymore. We never did. It's such a scam. And then obviously that company can then keeps that money. How many gift cards are sitting in people's wallets? You got a $20 gift card to a restaurant. You have $1.50 left on it. That's not enough to buy anything. So you're never going to use it. It either ensures that you go to the restaurant again, thus earning the restaurant more money, forcing you to spend more money, or it sits there and that company gets that money without ever having to give you a product for it. I'm sorry, it is absurd. Totally crazy. Okay, let's check back in with Shoe, see where she's at.
There are tons of ways you can enter, but you can also just enter it for free. But if you want to boost your chances, every Ridge purchase gets you additional entries. So head over to ridge.com/shoe to check out their collection and enter the 2026 sweepstakes for free.
Maybe I should have been paying attention to that.
Big thanks to Ridge for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad.
I didn't skip it technically.
Now, before we get into the real meat of this, the real juicy, this is the politician AOC and the interviewer are talking about.
Yeah.
Francesca Hong is a progressive DSA candidate who recently lost her primary. Francesca Hong has a few interesting tweets from 20.
DSA, in case you don't know, DSA stands for Democratic Socialists of America. They're socialists. I hate that they get to hide behind that acronym so frequently. They are socialists, many of which are actually like legitimately pushing for communism. So they're not just, they use the Democratic there to try and seem like they're part of a regular part of the Democratic Party. And they, in many ways they are. They've been overtaking the Democratic Party, primarying people to get themselves in. It's wild. So yeah, they're actively pushing the Democrats to be more socialist, and it's not good. It's not good, folks.
Who among us does not? But most notably,
Wait, what? I gotta go back.
DSA candidate who recently lost her primary, Francesca Hong has a few interesting tweets.
Defund the police, defund the police, defund the police, defund the police. Draft 2021 budget. Wow. I'm not behind this. I don't get it. Why the defund the police, the whole thing is so dumb. No country exists without some sort of law enforcement. It doesn't work. You can even take it to smaller things. Like, socialism doesn't work on a large scale. Socialism does work on a super small scale. For instance, in my relationship with my wife, in our family, we live as socialists, as in we completely share all of the money. It's all in one pot. It's not divvied up because she has some money and I have some money. No, it's all together. We pay for things together. Works great. In the super small scale, it just can't be scaled up. But defunding of the police, like going without some sort of law enforcement, doesn't even work on the small scale. Even in a household, you still need someone that is doling out discipline and punishment for children that need to learn. That they, there's the idea that we can just remove any sort of enforcement of rules means that rules themselves just are useless. And I guess that's kind of the goal. They just want rules to be absolutely non-existent.
It's from 2020. Who among us does not? But most
Wait, I missed it again.
has a few interesting tweets from 2020. Who among us?
Can we talk about how that fish was kind of hot? Oh, good lord. Shoot. This isn't the first time she's revealed this.
But most notably,
weirdness.
one about wanting to cancel Thanksgiving. Cancel Thanksgiving. Should have done this in 1621. If it takes a worldwide pandemic for us to realize we should stop celebrating colonialism and the original super spreader event that killed indigenous folks and women, so be it. Please don't gather for the colonizer holiday. Please do wear a mask. I forget that people actually speak like this, and it's not just like some conservative parody of liberals.
One thing that they brought up as well was a post from you in 2021.
I'm going to eat extra Thanksgiving just for her.
Where you said Americans should cancel Thanksgiving, should have done this in 1621. Do you still believe that Thanksgiving should be canceled?
I'm a chef. Bringing folks around the table to share conversation and build community is always a good thing. But Thanksgiving is also a time that's incredibly painful for many people in our communities.
Don't get me wrong,
No, it's not. It is not incredibly painful for many in our communities.
I love the struggle session they're putting these candidates through, reading their old woke 1.0 tweets back at them, like a dog that peed on the carpet. What is this? What is this? But the quotes and replies from
Answer for this tweet. What did you do?
like Democrats and leftists on this were even funnier. Is it so hard to just say, no, I do not want to cancel Thanksgiving? Even if you do want to, just lie? Why is she catering so hard to the fringe? Does she want to lose her election? Why can't she just lie? This woman is an optics nightmare. Just say no. Say it was a joke. Say it was woke one. Just lie, for fuck's sake. Just say no. Just lie, please. No, she shouldn't lie, and she's not trying to cater. This is what she truly believes.
Yep.
And the people should know exactly what she believes. She has talked about her half-white son, that he gives her, quote, proximity to
Oh
whiteness.
God, I feel so bad for her son. Oh, I'm gonna let this play
Wasn't
out
always
first.
aware of the struggles of other communities of color, because for me, assimilation always kind of took over. And so I did marry, my proximity to whiteness continues, right? My son is biracial. He's half white and half Korean.
I love the hesitation. She's like,
Her proximity to whiteness. The racism that comes out of these people is wild. If you're gonna be racist, just own it. Just say, yeah, I'm racist. But they tie themselves up in all these hoops trying to convince themselves that they're not actually racist.
I married my child is half white. She can't even like bring herself to say it. Activists in the streets, colonized in the sheets.
Yep.
Many such cases. Also, Francesca Hong just like hates all holidays, apparently. This woman is straight up Grinch. Activists in the streets, colonized in the sheets. Many
I gotta
such
see
cases.
these tweets.
Also, Francesca.
In the car headed to Superior, I have about 30 minutes. Ask me anything and I'll try to answer. Only subject off limits is Halloween, not my thing, okay? So she does not like Thanksgiving. She doesn't like Halloween.
Jessica Hong just like...
IT bro, who was working on our computer, remotely changed the background theme to snow and Christmas trees. I feel slightly attacked. She feels... Wait. You feel attacked? What does that even mean? How is that Oh, she's one of them.
Hates all
I do not enjoy fireworks. Okay, yeah, she honestly sounds like one of the most insufferable, like miserable people to be around. I feel so bad for her husband and her son. Genuinely. You know, I'm praying for you guys.
holidays, apparently. This woman is straight up Grinch maxing. She's got a hate tweet for every fucking holiday, I swear to God. Except for Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa to all those celebrating this time of togetherness and vibrancy in culture. Such vibrant culture. May this first day of unity be shared with love. All right.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why would she hate Kwanzaa? When asked how her long-term vision of a world without prisons would work, Hong said, "What I know is attainable, and the policies that actually meet the urgency of the moment and understanding the realities of it means we have to ensure that we're funding our local governments, that we're bringing justice to victims." She added, "What may have been aspirational is not primary."
What does that even mean? What I know is attainable, and the policies that actually meet the urgency of the moment and understanding the realities of it means that we have to ensure that we're funding the local governments, that we're bringing justice to victims. What? None. That's nothing. You said nothing.
What may have been aspirational. So it's still an aspiration. It's still a goal. It's just not the primary one. Interesting. Also, her opponent said this.
People try to call me the establishment. I look at that as a slur, particularly as an African-American candidate.
So, cancel Thanksgiving or establishment is a racist slur. Your Democratic Party, sir. Anyway, my point is, Francesca Hong's old tweets about defunding the police and whiteness and Thanksgiving, they were being all hand-waved away by AOC as just simply being woke one.
Woke one was crazy.
Woke one was crazy. But if you said woke one was crazy during woke one, you are a racist fascist Nazi. The citation of woke 1.0 or woke 1 is now a common shorthand among parts of the online left to describe and distance themselves from what they view as a more dated or inconvenient aspects of the impassioned social justice activism they participated in during the late 2010s and
what
early
they've done
2020s.
hasn't changed.
In 2021,
they're continuing to do the exact same stuff. So, It's so funny to see them try and distance themselves like this as they continue.
Chai Osi, campaigning
makes
for
no
New York
sense.
City Council, tweeted, "A cis white man should not be the next speaker of the council." When a critic of his on X unearthed that old post earlier this year, Osi, now a council member, gave a pithy response. Woke one was crazy.
Crazy.
We all got a bit crazy back then. We did some jello
We were horrible and tried to destroy people's lives, and this is
jobs
absurd.
and got on the bar and took off our tops and burned the city down and got people fired from their jobs for having opinions Obama had 15 years ago.
True.
You can't spend like 10 years bullying people into the most retarded asocial political opinions under the coercion of social ostracization or getting fired from their job, then turn around and just be like,
Preach.
that just happened. My career for like a decade has been calling this out, has been trying to tell the left and the Democratic Party that this woke shit was toxic and would drive people away from them. And for 10 years, I was called a racist, sexist, pick-me, fascist, Nazi, every ist and ism under the sun. And now they're just
Don't forget about the phobes.
conceding to that and acting like it never happened. And you just expect us to, what? Move on? I've been like a dog chasing a car, and I finally got the car, and I don't know what to do with it. Like, first of all, why as a Democratic politician would you say this? You're basically saying like, yeah, MAGA was right. We were crazy. Like, okay. What else are they right about then? Even from like an AOC fan point of view, this just makes her look completely unserious and makes like the progressive movement look completely unserious.
They are completely unserious. That's the thing. They are completely unserious.
Which it is. Why should anyone trust a politician who can get swept up in mass hysteria so easily? How can I trust that won't happen again? How can I trust in 5
You
years
can't.
from now, you won't just call whatever it is you're advocating for now woke too and dismiss it as crazy? Free Palestine. Woke too was crazy. Like, what do you believe in? Could you imagine Republicans being like, January 6th one was crazy? Basically, I said this all on Twitter and people were like already making videos of it. AOC panics after ShoeOnHead.
I've seen these. I was thinking about making a video titled "The ShoeOnHead Situation is Crazy" or something, just because I see so many people just shoving ShoeOnHead into every thumbnail and every title. It's so funny. But, you know, get your clicks. Go for it.
Head calls her. Like, that didn't even happen. Like, I don't think AOC even knows I exist. I love the thumbnail on this one. Shoe bitch slaps AOC. Who the fuck is this? Is that Shoe bitch?
It was ShoeOnHead bitch slapped AOC, not shoe bitch.
Yes, the infamous, notorious shoe bitch. Going around slapping women. Every time I log onto YouTube, I'm destroying and slapping and finishing on people. If you didn't know who I was, you would think I was some, like, psychopathic rapist. And then you click on the video and it's just like, I posted a tweet. Anyway, back to the point. When a citizen changes their mind.
It's simple things that she's doing, right? She's right that she just posted a tweet and people, you know, freak out about it and post about it. But she has a way with words that is very effective. And she is pushing back against people that you don't see. Well, I guess you see more people pushing back against now. The culture has shifted to the point where there's a lot more people who are pushing back against the woke and the progressive left. But you didn't see that for a long time, which is part of why she got so popular.
Mind on something, that's totally normal, that's totally natural. Many things can happen in the span of years that can change your mind on something.
Yeah.
It's perfectly normal to evolve and grow. And it's fine if you're a politician and you change your mind on something, but, and this is a big but, this is a fat ass. If you're a politician and you change your mind on something, I want to know exactly why you changed your mind.
Because they changed their mind on this, because it is now currently publicly inconvenient to look like they support it. It's all about PR. It absolutely is all about PR. They're just going with the flow. And again, but it hasn't changed their policies at all. It hasn't changed what they're wanting to do. It hasn't changed them trying to push. In fact, many people are saying, oh, if you thought woke 1.0 was bad, wait until woke 2.0. Like they're intending to ramp it up, not calm down.
When you changed your mind, be transparent. What about woke 1, really woke 2 in my opinion, don't you agree with anymore? Why didn't the interviewer ask AOC that question? Like, what was crazy about woke 1? Trans women are women, DEI, white privilege, defund the police, the Green New Deal, like what? What? Tell us. What? Tell the class. I've talked about this a few times in a few videos, but one example of me changing my mind, I was way more critical of the police back in like 2020. Like borderline ACAB. I was also single, depressed,
to be fair, there are
in my
lots of
parents'
bad police
basement,
out there.
smoking weed every day, but I'm sure that had nothing to do with it. I can tell you that moving from the suburbs to the city, taking public transportation, having a kid, seeing firsthand how bad things are and how bad things can get, actually experiencing the world outside of my bubble is what changed my mind on that topic and a whole bunch of other topics. So I want to know, AOC and other politicians, what about woke 1 do you disagree with now? What's sad is if this was like 5 years ago, I'd be like, hell yeah, AOC has
That gave me a weird thought. So it seems like maybe I'm totally wrong here, but it seems that a lot of the people that push for the highly progressive, super left stuff are people that essentially spend most of their lives online. They don't go out and touch grass. They're not interacting with the real world. They don't travel to cities, you know. For her, living in the city and actually interacting with the world changed her mind on the police. Makes me think, if we were to just like have a conservative president, or even centrist, right? If we were to elect someone to the White House, but we just didn't tell the people online, and we told everyone online that it was someone else, that, you know, Joe Biden has come back and is president yet again. Congratulations, we found a loophole. Just let them believe that. What do you think would happen? Do you think they would even notice? Do you think they would realize? Do they go out enough to learn what's actually happening in the world? I don't know.
Finally seen the light. Woke is bad, so true. Now we can get real things done, comrade. But it's not 5 years ago. I'm a grown-up now, and this is extremely pathetic. As a politician, you need to be transparent. I'm gonna bird hands at you. Be transparent. The people who act like we need to be apologizing for shit our ancestors did 400 years ago, acting like 2020 never happened. I'm not buying it, sorry.
No, apologize for the stuff you've done the last 10 years, not for the stuff that happened 400 years ago. Apologize for your own actions. Learn from your own mistakes.
These issues were f***ing like existential to these people a few years ago. And now it's just like, no big deal. It was just a phase, Mom. I'm just a silly 30-year-old teenage politician. My concern isn't really that Democrats are admitting this stuff was wrong and deeply unpopular.
Yeah, I hope that they do admit that it's wrong and deeply unpopular, but I hope that they actually take that to heart and learn from it and move away from it. I want them to actually realize why it was wrong, what principles that they were violating that made it wrong and unpopular.
The concern is I don't see anything preventing from that happening again. There's literally some assemblywoman in Brooklyn right now running on some woke one-ass shit as we speak, talking about how stealing should be legal, actually.
No one should be arrested, much less jailed, for stealing a tube of toothpaste. Incarceration separates people from their jobs, support service, and loved ones. It perpetuates a cycle of poverty and crime, no matter how much fear-mongering the right-wing media does.
Simple. If you think that somebody shouldn't be put in jail for stealing a tube of toothpaste, just buy that person the tube of toothpaste so they don't steal it. You put out the money. Don't expect others. You suffer the loss of the cost of that tube of toothpaste.
These people aren't stealing toothpaste because they have to brush their teeth.
Oh, and they're not even stealing toothpaste.
These people are stealing things in bulk to sell on Facebook Marketplace.
Yes, they are.
We have food banks, food stamps, charity for poor people who can't actually afford toothpaste. If I could go back in time and tell myself one thing, it would be, criminals are not Aladdin. Criminals are not Aladdin. Criminals are not Aladdin! And it would make everyone's lives incredibly easier if there was actually some deterrent against crime. Yes. Otherwise, what's the point? Why should anyone go to work and spend their hard-earned money when we can just steal? Crime is legal now. Laws. Drunk driving is not illegal on stolen land. I don't think they understand just how incomprehensible some of their worldview actually is.
So if my daughter is assaulted and raped, is there any agency that would seek to find her assailant and bring him to justice?
Of course, yeah, of course.
What would it be if not police, and where would he be if not a jail?
So I guess I really want to avoid getting kind of caught into these hypotheticals and talk more.
That's a very real thing. You could say it's a hypothetical, but that's a very realistic. What are you going to do with the people that commit heinous crimes if you don't have police? That's very. Oh God, sorry, I'm pausing a lot.
About the reality that we're actually facing right now, which is that we're spending in absolutely outrageous amounts of money on police and policing.
What hypothetical? That's the entire idea. That's the entire policy, and you can't explain it? Abolish prisons. Where do the bad people go? I don't know. Like, yeah, okay. In a functioning society, people like that would be forced to dig ditches in a work camp forever. Useless. Sorry, I'm chutting out so hard in this video. I'm in my
He's chutting out.
I have a fucking pimple. I have a pimple. For the first time in like 15 years, I'm stressing out so hard. What the f? Anyway, despite the Republicans completely dropping the ball right before midterms, surprise! War in the Middle East forever! The sudden walk back about Woke 1 clearly shows the Democrats are still struggling with PR. If only there was some sort of left-wing Joe Rogan.
People think I'm the king of Woke 1.0, that I was Mr. Radlib, right? I never was. I have a pretty open mind to unlimited progress, but I also understand how people operate. Like I never did the Latinx thing. Like I have been dark woke before dark woke was invented. Like this is the headquarters of dark woke.
Not the dude who called me emo, calling himself dark woke. What the actual f is dark woke?
Absolute clown.
What is dark woke? Dark woke is just Democrats are just as woke as we were in Woke 1.0. The messaging is what's important. It is aggressive.
The entire idea of dark woke seems to be that regular woke was too polite and too wholesome.
Dark woke for me is we are fighting for good.
No, not this.
And for equality and for social justice for everybody.
I don't remember her name.
Saying F you.
Dark.
I don't remember her name. Gleeman Rhino and I reacted to her podcast a couple of weeks back. Oh man, she is insufferable.
Woke, get it? It's like woke, but we're mean. You already are mean! That's why people hated you!
Yeah!
Your finger-wagging, morally righteous woke scolds. The problem was never that the left was insufficiently mean online. God forbid someone say the wrong word, liked the wrong tweet, or failed to participate in the latest virtue signal humiliation ritual. And I'm sorry, can we just go back to that Hassan clip real quick?
I have a pretty open mind to unlimited progress.
What the f does unlimited progress mean? Considering these guys think progress is like a literal linear line where just more and more people get rights. So like what the f does that mean? Pedophile rights, zoophile rights? What unlimited progress are we talking about here, buddy? Because that sounds pretty f***ing woke to me. We did so much progress to the gender discussion. We somehow looped back around to little boys liking pink means they're gay. But wokely, no son of mine is gonna play with Barbies. That must mean he's a girl. You people are lost in the sauce.
Mandami's aide, his top aide, Sia Weaver, said if you don't believe in the government's sacred right to seize property, it's over. And impoverish the white middle class.
Beast mode. I love her so much. One of the things about Zoran is that the people surrounding him oftentimes are so much cooler than he is.
I like how in the video where he defends himself from people criticizing that clip, he's like, guys, come on, it was just a joke, guys, come on. In the description of that video, he's like, anti-white racism, which doesn't exist. Definitely not woke one. All right, buddy. Sorry. It's so hard not to just make the entire video
He is such a PR nightmare for the left, and yet they don't seem to realize it. They're glomming onto him. I don't have enough words to express the kind of vitriol I have for him. He is like I shouldn't. I am a Christian man should be loving towards him, should love my neighbor, but he makes it really, really hard to love him. I do not like that man.
Clowning on that goofball. Like, bro was in a suit at a pool party. The man is a cartoon character.
He is. He's a cartoon character. He's a clown. He is very much a lolcow at this point.
I don't want to make videos about Hassan Piker, but you can't fucking escape him nowadays because the media won't shut the fuck up about him. Fox News is just hyper-focusing on him every single day to go after the Democrats because I guess they have nothing else. And then the response to all the Hassan stuff coming out on the right, coming out on Fox News, is then like left-wing journalists making more puff pieces, taking more photo shoots of Hassan in his mansion, and all these outlets calling him like a terrorist and a communist just makes him sound way more important and like way cooler than he actually is. Nothing hurts this dude more.
He's not a terrorist because he doesn't have the balls to go and do anything himself. He is a terrorist supporter, though. He does actively encourage and support terrorism.
Than reminding him that he is literally just a Twitch streamer. I don't want the focus of American politics to center around a f***ing Twitch streamer. Like, I don't understand the media's obsession with this guy, but at the same time, I don't think Hassan is the best wagon to hitch yourself to.
No,
if you're the
absolutely
Democratic Party.
not.
There are other internet celebrities on the left you could do that with. Like,
Nope.
God, the left really has nobody.
They really have no
he's a
one.
sex pest. No, she's a sex pest. Damn it. I don't know. There's gotta be someone with way less baggage than Hassan Piker. Like,
Which is why I legitimately hope that Hassan Piker fails. I hope that he fails, falls apart, and someone new can rise. Because I am not completely against the left. I've talked about this before, there are virtues that I saw in the left when I was younger that I really respected. Things like standing for free speech. That was something that used to be a very left-wing stance. So I really liked that about the left, but then as time has gone, they have strayed from those virtues, from those ideals drastically, and also tend to lean pretty libertarian in some things, little L libertarian, not big L libertarian. In that I do want more people to be free to do more things. I want the government to get out of my business. I personally am not someone who has ever smoked weed, but if you want to smoke weed, I don't think the government should have any say as to whether you do so. Things like that. Those are things that were championed by the left and I respected. So I would love to see an actual good candidate rise up on the left or not even a candidate, someone to rise up on the left to be a better voice on the left to replace Hassan Piker, because he truly is a very toxic voice. He is doing nothing but making things worse for them. So I hope that he fails, and that in his failure, it creates a landscape open for new voices to come through that have better voices with better opinions.
why don't you hitch your wagon to someone like that instead of Hassan, who every time he's rightfully criticized hides behind how he just wants to give us health care.
Oh, just health care.
Death
I'm
to
just
the
a
west.
healthcare boy.
Let the streets run with their
What
capitalist
is this?
blood.
Whoa, dude, you're making us look bad.
Oh, I'm just a little healthcare boy. You wouldn't criticize a little healthcare boy now, would you? I don't care anymore. I wash.
I'm just a real healthcare boy. Oh, sorry. Shoe one-shot me with that one. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta play that back.
Oh, he just wants to give us health care. Death to the
She's abusing the dog. Oh my
west.
god.
Let the streets run with their capitalist blood.
Whoa, dude, you're making us look bad.
The actual Hassan quote, by the way.
Oh, I'm just a little healthcare boy. You wouldn't criticize a little healthcare boy now, would you? I don't care anymore. I wash my hands of this. There's gonna be like 25 videos uploaded after this. Like, ShoeOnHead bends Hassan over and f***s and f***s and f***s. Like, Great. Can't wait. Remember that big study we talked about that was done after the Democrats lost the election that showed the most popular Democrat positions were things related to economic issues, and the least popular policies were things like abolishing the police, abolishing prisons, and like open border policies? People don't fucking want to abolish the police. They do not want to abolish prisons. They don't want to talk about whiteness or whatever the talk to actual workers about them. Like, talk to actual blue-collar workers. They hate this shit. And they hate you. They hate you because you suck, but they also hate you because you hate them. Like I said 500 billion times before, more people would be on board with what the left was saying, or at least like sit down and listen to you, if you dropped the gay race Marxist bullshit. How do I know this? The DSA and the left and the Democrats, they...
Oh yeah, I mean, ShoeOnHead does lean left. She even would I believe she described herself as a socialist at one point. People are happy to sit down and watch her. One, she's funny. She's very funny. But yeah, she doesn't woke scold people.
Have to distance themselves from the goofy, destructive, identity politic, asocial bullshit. And in order to do that, you actually have to mean it, not just laugh it off. But I don't think they can, because this stuff is just so deeply ingrained in socially progressive politics. A lot of this stuff isn't woke one. It's just part of dismantling whiteness and the patriarchy, destroying hierarchies, subverting norms, or whatever the that cancel Thanksgiving tweet wasn't just some like silly haha woke one bullshit. But you know, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is what I've been asking for a decade. Maybe this is a new era for the Democrats. Could AOC actually have changed her mind? Yes, it's totally possible, yes. AOC and I are like the same age. She's like a year older than me. She's still pretty young. 35 is young, right? It's not impossible that in her time being a politician, her mind has...
I've got some news for you, Shue. You're about the same age as me. I guess you're a couple of years younger than me, but certified UNC status at this point.
It's changed on a few things, but it lines up suspiciously well with a run for president in 2028. So forgive me if I'm a little bit skeptical. I see a lot of Republicans online like, do it, AOC, run for president. Don't get too cocky. You may be surprised. The American people are an enigma, and we might see a pretty big pendulum swing. As hard as it is for some hyper-partisan brained people to hear, not everyone voting for these DSA candidates are like crazy commies or something. Just like not everyone who voted for MAGA in 2016.
Well, plenty of people would vote for her simply because she's a woman. There's people that would vote for her because there are people that would vote against her because she's a woman. There's plenty of people that would vote for her because she's young. Like, I, for one, would love to have more young politicians getting into politics, more people under the age of 60. It's weird that that's my definition of young when it comes to a politician. Under the age of 60 would be great, but unfortunately we only see octogenarians. So it's possible that she has some things going for her. I think she is, as far as politicians go, relatively attractive. So there's a certain amount of people that would vote for her simply because of that. You know, there's a reason why in Dungeons and Dragons your charisma stat is related to how like physically attractive you are. Often, if in games, a higher charisma means that you actually are more physically attractive. If you're more attractive, you're more charismatic. People are more willing to listen to you, more willing to pay attention to what you have to say, or more willing to vote for you. So I guess there are things that she might have a chance. Unfortunately, if she opens her mouth and people listen to what she has to say, actually listen to her, I think she's going to fail pretty hard. And I do think that the right has some pretty good potential candidates for when it comes to president right now. So we'll see. We'll see. It's 2026. The next election is until 2028. We've still got a couple of years. Let's all chill. We don't need to constantly be in the election cycle here.
2016, when Trump promised to bring jobs back and he will remember the forgotten man and whatever. Those people weren't Nazis. When people can't afford a house, a car, to get married, to have kids, you cannot be shocked when they start looking for options outside of the establishment. Huey Long, one of my favorite politicians, believed that if people had their needs met and were content and happy and had jobs and could feed their families, communism or fascism would never come to America, because people would have no reason to revolt or want those things. They would be happy with what they had. He believed that extreme economic inequality.
I think that's a little naive. I think there's plenty of people that have a lot that are not happy with what they have. People have their physical needs met in America. People just keep inventing new needs. People don't physically need the internet to survive, right? But it is a part of our culture that is now assumed to be a necessity. People can get their food. People can get fed, get water, get a house over their head. There are exceptions, sure. There are people that are homeless. There are people that have needs that don't get met. But for the vast majority, the people that are pushing the leftist communist stuff aren't the people that aren't having their needs met. In fact, more often than not, they're the people in some of the upper echelons of society, people that have more money and more resources available to them than anyone else. So I think that that was a little naive on Huey Long.
Created political instability. And as the economy continues to go to shit and wages don't increase, and retards like Dan Crenshaw respond to these issues with basically let them eat ramen, we are going to see people moving to all different directions on the political spectrum. Personally, until there's a
I like Dan Crenshaw at one point, but I'm losing respect for him pretty quickly.
Democratic Party that isn't prisoner to identity politics or isn't completely cucked by race grievance, I'm not a Democrat. And until there's a Republican Party that actually cares about workers and isn't completely cucked to a certain foreign country, I'm not a Republican.
Don't forget, it's not just the Republicans. The Democrats are also cucked to Israel.
I'm trying to look like Hassan. I look like a f***ing femboy. Wait, hold on.
Hi, my name is Sak.
Oh,
I look like I would be groomed on Discord. What the actual f***? Alright, I need to get out of this. In conclusion, I do not like seeing politicians run from accountability. I like transparency. If you change your mind on something, tell me why. This woke 1, woke 2 is a headache. I am done with it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think there's a chance AOC is being genuine? Are you willing to believe politicians who have said they've changed their mind on things?
I'm okay with it. Okay, 2 questions there. Is AOC being genuine? No, I don't believe it at all. I don't think that she's genuine at all. We'll see by her actions how things change, but I highly doubt it. Can I believe a politician when they say they change their mind on things? Sometimes. It depends on the politician, depends on what they've changed their mind on and how well they show that that's actually that they actually believe something different.
Have you changed your mind on things since like 2020? If so, what? If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. All patrons get every single video a day early with no censors, no bleeps, totally raw. Also, I'm doing Patreon only live streams now. I'm planning the next one very soon, so I would love to see you guys there. And for everybody else, I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!
Thanks, Shue! I'm gonna wait around. She always has something at the end. Gotta wait around for it.
I'm not here to educate you.
Okay, well that was ShoeOnHead video. Guys, don't believe AOC or any of the other progressives when they say that woke 1 was crazy. Don't let them just sweep it under the rug. And until next time, take it easy.